Hello.
smaller.
Welcome to Learn About S.H.I.E.L.D. with Sky.
Today, we have two different locations that we're filming. We're filming here at the beach, beautiful Leo Carrillo Beach.
In the beautiful city of Malibu.
Yep.
Well, these guys have just landed on the island of Malta and they're attacking a facility and they end up at a house in Malibu, which is later in the date.
It's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous mansion up on the bluffs above the ocean. $1 billion views, just amazing place.
We're gonna roll. We'll use a 3, 2, 1 action count again. Our cameras, 2 on the ground, 1 on the deck, and the GoPro. All right, let's try it. Here we go.
In episode 3, she gets cornered by Quinn, and she uses a little. It taught me a few things.
But do you have what it takes to pull the trigger?
Nope.
You okay? Thumbs up, you're okay? Thumbs up, she's okay.
Step up, it would have gone up.
Oh, I guess my stunt double jumped off the balcony into the boxes, and then the second jump was me off of a platform into the pool, which was my first stunt-ish ever. And it was awesome.
All right, here we go.
I got to practice all day long. They're like, well, you're gonna come in and practice your jump. You mean I get to play around in a pool and pretend I'm a mermaid? That's what I got to do, so it was awesome.
3, 2, 1, action.
I got out of the pool and Brett, that cheeky little fella, had a little sign. I think he said I was a 10 though. I think he was really nice. Did he say 8?
Judges love
Of course Brett gave me a 9 because he's just like that. He couldn't give me the satisfaction of giving me a 10. I would have given him a 10 if he was jumping off a pool in a pink dress. Do we have footage of that? Can I see that?
Hello, everybody. We are at the Port of Long Beach tonight, shooting episode 110 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's called The Bridge, and we are appropriately on a bridge.
So what's really exciting about 110 is that Mike Peterson comes back. And each episode you think, oh, that's its own individual thing, and then in 110 you see everything just come together.
Ready, and action!
We get we get our butts kicked.
When Mike shows up in the warehouse, it's no holds barred. I'm headbutting dudes, I'm flinging dudes across the room.
We have an amazing stunt group. We have Sammy Jo, who is my stunt double, and she's studied wushu, so she's got great style and fluidity, which is the way I like to move, because I have some martial arts training. They are really compiling some amazing choreography for us.
Yeah, we're breaking down the next script, breaking down the action beats, so it's a little easier for us to choreograph what we got to do, make it the best it can be.
And we're really proud because we've done so many episodes now that we're actually able to pick up on the choreography quite quickly. I mean, there's been times where we learn it on the day, right before we start shooting.
Mike Peterson comes to help us save the day, and instead of helping us, he kind of screws us a little bit. So this is the second time, Mike, that we've trusted you, and you let us down, man.
The torture that Mike goes through in this episode is really difficult to make this huge decision to betray my friends, but it's for my son. So I feel that Mike is justified, but I think we're about to explode, so it's time to go because we don't want to explode with the bridge. So let's go.
Anybody that does not need to be here should fall back, guys.
one of those pinch me moments. We just got to just stand here and watch a huge, awesome explosion.
So we were up in the helicopter, myself, Alan Westbrook, and the helicopter pilot, of course. And that explosion was so intense, as Gary D'Amico always does, that we could literally feel the heat in the helicopter.
And it shook the bridge pretty good. I mean, you could feel the thump.
That's so cool. I love that.
Cement truck.
We just blew up that bridge, and Mike was in the flames. So who knows what's gonna happen there?
Today we're in the desert, as you can see. Which desert, I don't know. It's really far out, like it's like a 2-hour drive from civilization. And I am playing Lorelei of Asgard.
Today, Lady Sif is on the hunt for Lorelei, and we are here at this lovely diner out in the middle of nowhere, because Asgardians love to land in the desert.
This is actually a ranch, and it's used for a lot of movies. Commercials are filmed out here. They have a gas station, motel, a diner that just sits out here in the desert that we come out and utilize.
She's gonna look, you're gonna rack focus, okay? and then come back, and then let's just follow her over. Okay.
I can't on my right hand, no.
You cannot on the right.
No. I'd have to come back like this. Or I could...
Is there any version of it where it's this? There's always the tried and true kick.
do it first.
If we like that, let's do it.
She makes fighting so easy. Our first day, and she comes in and she like knows all these tricks and stuff, and I was completely horrified. But she makes it so much fun.
So I fight a lot of bikers. I send a guy into a pool table, through a popcorn machine, and through a window, 2 double doors.
And that was before we started shooting the scene. This was just some guys who wouldn't get her coffee.
This is why
Oh my
I'm
God.
here. The first day I got on set, Clark runs up to me and throws a T-shirt in my face that's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shirt. And he's like, look, I got your shirt. And I had seen him out at an event a couple weeks before doing this, and he said, hey, if ever we asked you to come on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., would you do it? And I said, absolutely, Clark, I'd do anything for you, man. And then lo and behold, I got a phone call the next week. It's like, hey, do you want to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I said, yeah, sure.
It feels like a movie. Today especially because we have 2 units going at once and it's really cinematic.
Guys!
Well, it's really fun to play a bad guy just because it allows you to have a few more screws loose, and being from Asgard lends itself to a lot of comedy.
How many men does she have in there? Have you seen the suspect?
Yes, we have. And she's beautiful.
Lady Sif is one of my favorite characters, and coming back to her for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been epic. Everyone here is so awesome. My experience here has been great. Lady Sif is definitely back.
And set and action.
Our characters have been sort of evolving over time, but I feel like we're allowed to say, aren't we? We've learned that Hydra has infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. at the highest level.
Our world is shattered. You know, where do you pick up the pieces from?
So much of what's to come is about figuring out what's left to believe in.
And not only that, but one of our teammates is working for Hydra.
Nothing's safe. No one can be trusted. You find out one day this person you've been trusting, like Agent Ward all along, has secretly been working for the enemy, and everyone's walking around shell-shocked.
And cut.
The writers called me into their office on a Friday.
Thank you. Cut.
It was like the Green Mile, man. Just like walking down the offices. I thought that they were gonna tell me I was fired. And when they told me that I work for Hydra now.
It's quite emotional. We're upset. I know it's silly because, you know, these people aren't real, but they are to us.
You would have had an easier time if I gave the kill order week 1.
It's hard for me not to feel like I betrayed them on a really like personal level, and they feel betrayed on a personal level too. Like, oh, you jerk.
I don't talk to me anymore.
It's icy cold on set. Background.
It's Coulson. By all means.
Sir, is everything all right? It took a long time, but I was on board after the meeting because they were just talking about how they gave it to me because they knew that I could do it. And so when somebody says, hey, I believe in you, and I'm gonna be making this change in the script because you can do it, how can you not be on board with that?
Well, I think we're excited for him. It's such a fun thing for him to be able to play and now, you know, experience and explore this completely new side to his character.
Action. It was a great surprise to read for everyone, I think. You know, we had a table read with the whole cast this latest episode, and it was really riveting to see what direction we all take.
Up until now, it's been kind of Coulson and this ragtag team. You know, sometimes battling red tape within S.H.I.E.L.D, but nothing like moles and spies.
I mean, Vince, is any of this good for after he shoots her? Yeah, but we're coming around in the front on you.
You know things from there on out are just not going to be the same.
That square version used something else. Does the trick, though, especially with the ladies.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, Marvel must have known they picked up Captain America and S.H.I.E.L.D. at the same time, so they must have known that S.H.I.E.L.D. probably couldn't continue in this vein forever. It's just really interesting. I think it's a great turn for it to take.
It's got a lot darker, which matches the tone of Captain America. The stakes are high and serious and real, and that's coming into our
Yeah, I think I don't think it's ever really been done before like that.
The thing that Captain America can do is they can show all of that stuff on a big scale. What we can show is kind of like the kitchen sink version of that and how it affects people on a very personal, very intimate level. That's, I think, what we're able to do. And in some ways, that's kind of even more successful because we've had 17 hours with these people in their living rooms. And now we get to sort of just completely change that. It complicates everything.
I am not Hydra.
We feel like we're pretty well informed on this TV show, but for them to be able to, for every single person to be completely shocked, A, watching Captain America, and then B, like reading each script as we get it, that's a pretty cool job.
I actually got pulled aside by the creators, Mo and Jed, recently and said, okay, it's time, next episode, we're gonna finally meet the cellist. And then we had the world's shortest casting conversation, which was, can we get Amy? She's part of the Whedonverse. She's an icon of the Whedonverse. She was in a number of Joss Whedon projects, Firefly, Angel?
No Firefly, but Angel.
Dollhouse?
Dollhouse.
I screwed up. And today's your first day of shooting, and you flew in last night.
Yeah. I was just excited that they would even think of me. It's not going to be a hard part to pretend to be in love with him, so I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm just a little nervous about the cello playing, but I think we're going to power through.
Give it a shot. Just give it a shot. You know, there are bits and pieces, and the hardest is to believe. It's really about your expression and your performance.
It's amazing that you've actually learned to play the cello in 7 hours.
It was really hard.
Talk about superpowers.
Set and roll tape.
You know, it's a little bit of pressure, the cellist, to someone who's been talked about so much. You see Coulson rolling with Lady Sif and all kinds of various super women, and nobody really quite penetrates the heart armor because of the cellist. And so we get to meet her. You know, I've been living with this story and this person through years now in different mediums, and suddenly to kind of have this figure show up and be personified. I don't know, to me, it's a very big day.
Please.
In this first meeting, Coulson's very, very hesitant to even let her know that he's still alive. And so it's so intense and sad to kind of be hiding, looking at her again, unable to speak to her or touch her.
Just imagine that the score. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, there's Mo. Come sit with us.
We actually broke the story with the name Amy on the board.
It's true, the script until we actually nailed you down. The good news is we finally get to meet the cellist. The better news is it's Amy Acker. And the sad news is you don't get to interact with her because it's not a moment where you can let her know that you're alive.
I'm still here. I promise, I'm still here with you.
And it's very complex. Doesn't want to kind of undo the healing that's happened. I'm a mess just starting to think about it.
And then she starts to wake up, and then I've got to get out of there, right?
It's hard for me to imagine a world where, no matter what Phil Coulson is telling himself about leaving her alone, that he can manage to leave you alone. Especially when it's revealed that she's the newest Avenger, the cellist.
You never know.